I'm reading a book right now. It's very very long book. The audio version is 14 hours by Ray Dalio, who he's been, according to Time magazine, one of the top 100 most influential people in the world. According to Forbes, one of the top 100 richest people in the world. There's a lot of accolades. And he talks about principles and the importance of writing down your principles. So that's my focus of 2021, us as a group, and especially if we grow, then it's very important for us to have some very clear and very defined principles. Those of you closest to me, y'all, it's obvious. You can, if you're around someone long enough, you will be able to tell what principles they're operating on, whether they're written down or not.
Right.
Okay. It's obvious if you work with Paul that one of his principles is integrity, so that's, there's a funny story you told me about that one time, but I'll leave that alone. That was a good story.
It's about a previous employer.
Paul, you bring integrity to the organization. Wow. So you didn't have integrity before I got here. Pretty wild. So what's let me jump on the therapist table or couch right here. What's a principle that's obvious that I operate with?
Honesty.
Awesome. So you know what, man, that's so awesome, because that is principle number one that we're going to put in place. We can call it maybe, I don't know how many there's going to be, the 10 principles, but to work here and to be a part of this organization, to be a part of this family, principle number one, you have to be open and honest.
Yes.
You have to be. If you can't do that, then we don't know what we're dealing with, and we can't help you, and you can't help us. Right?
Yeah.
You have to be honest. So, obviously we work hard. That's a principle. We sacrifice. That's a principle. But I'm going to, throughout the year, articulate and ask myself, do some introspection and do some, and maybe ask you guys some questions about what are our top principles? Which one are we missing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that it's all written, so that the new people come in and they get the principles in the art of text message selling. Be fast, have a great attitude. That's a principle, right?
Correct.
So that's one we live by. Be problem solvers. That's a principle we live by. But to lay out those principles and write them down, I think is going to be important and helpful in 2021.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I like that. It's a lot. I think that'll help a lot.
First and foremost, be honest, because you know why? A phony is the worst thing you could be.
Well, and people, look, you can fool people for a little while. Maybe you can even fool them for a long while. But eventually the true colors are going to come through.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually you're going to be exposed for who you are, because you just can't, you can't keep it up. Yeah. Plus, I think that we talk about, dishonesty, flipping it, being the opposite. When you start lying to people, you can't remember those lies. And that's where you get caught. So the more lies you tell, the harder it is to remember which one I told, who I told, this one I told.
And you know what's hilarious? And I use it all the time if I'm ever dealing with a dishonest person, because I don't like secrets. The less secrets you have, the happier you are, the more at peace you are, things like that. When someone is being dishonest, and there's usually a trail in today's world of text messages.
Oh yeah. You can see them.
You had said this right here. You know what I'm saying? So I love technology in that regard. But yeah, be honest, guys. I mean, goodness, that's in the 10 Commandments. Your mama told you to do that. You got to be honest.